Good afternoon, everyone. This is Michelle from the Moody Academy, your moderator for today's panel, Real Estate Simplified, Solving Buyer Pain Points with Technology. Amid the pandemic, a lot has changed in the real estate industry. New pain points emerged, and the innovation became necessary for developers to offer products fitted to the new normal. In this discussion, we will deep dive into buyer pain points uncovered by the pandemic and the role of PropTech in addressing these and propelling the Philippine sector to embrace a digital future. So joining us today is Arvin Abreu, Director, Head of Partnerships, Sales and Business Development at Nook, the Philippines' first official mortgage broker, and Pamela Belen, President and co-founder of Kamada, an industry partner in digitally transforming the Philippine real estate landscape. Thank you for joining us today, Arvin and Pam. How are you doing?
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm excited to be here. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, Lamudi, for having Nook in this session.
Great to have you, Arvin. Hi, Pam. How are you?
Hi, Michelle. Hi, Arvin. Happy to meet everyone and to be with partners that are advancing the prop tech sector here in the Philippines.
We're very excited to have you today. And we got a lot of questions for you. First off would be, of course, the topic of PropTech. So I'd like to hear from you both. Can you explain to us what PropTech really is and what's the core idea behind your individual products? Let's start with Pam.
So for me, prop tech is really using data and technology when it comes to improving the operations and also the customer experience of the real estate sector. So it's really vertical focused. So we're talking the real estate market and so not just on the tech and the data aspect, but also creating new business models for the industry. As for our product and our business, it's very timely because it's the pandemic and we're talking about essentials. So for us, we are providing the essentials for a real estate company to operate online. So we are focusing on online payments and then also online forms and also reporting for the real estate for those that want to modernize their real estate business.
Right,
That's
very
us.
interesting. Very interesting. Arvin, what's Nook's take on PropTech?
So, Nook is an online mortgage service company. So we use technology heavily in making sure that the home loan experience of property buyers are smooth and easy and fast and simple. So PropTech is aside from what Pamela has said that it is data technology driven. It is also improving the services of the real estate buyers or the real estate experience in general, in order for them to have good service end to end.
Awesome. Now, very interesting points, guys. And I want to go back to Pam here really quick. You were speaking about digitalizing the future and modernizing real estate, right? When we talk about real estate companies innovating and integrating these new technologies in their business operations, why should companies actually want to do that?
Well, given the current scenario, so both the companies and also the customers need and want to go online. So they need to adapt to the changes brought about by this pandemic. So it's really the pandemic is the best catalyst for digital transformation across all industries. And so that and the Filipino customers are digital. So digital must definitely be part of the business operations of every real estate company.
Right. As they say, the future really is now. And to Arvin this time, what do you think hinders the Philippine sector from really fully embracing a digital future? We're moving in that direction, right? But what do you think is going to hinder that?
All right. So, well, the Philippines is very much advanced in terms of mobile usage. In fact, we have 150% mobile gadget usage in the country. What's hindering the growth is that internet penetration is still at 67%,
Mhm.
around that number. So I guess the government and the private sector needs to work hand in hand to improve that. Also, what another thing that hinders the growth, I guess, is lack of education for the real estate market. I guess Nook and Kamada and other real estate stakeholders should work hand in hand in educating the real estate market in terms of the usage of digital technology in improving the services and transactions in real estate.
Right. So it's definitely going to be a journey, and we're getting there. And I want to hear both of your thoughts again this time in terms of what assistance can property or prop tech players like yourselves do to help the industry understand. Right. So Arvin was talking about education and engagement. So what assistance can prop tech players again, such as Kamada and Nook, offer the industry to engage and understand prop tech itself so that we become faster and more efficient?
Okay, I guess I'll go ahead. Um, I think it's really working together. So, for example, Nuke and also with with Lamudi and the likes, because I totally agree with what Arvin just said. It's really education and awareness on what prop tech does for the industry. So having these kinds of sessions, it's really helpful, and I think it's really promoting each and everyone that's part of this prop tech industry, to work together and to push each other so that we will advance. So I think that's something that I hope to see, and I will definitely be part of. So it's really the education and the awareness, because there are tools available out there. There are also people that have the knowledge, but it's really it's new. I mean, it's still
Right.
pretty new. It's still new for most of the Filipino market. So that's what we all need to work on together.
Right. Education and understanding. Arvin, your thoughts?
Yes, definitely educating the market is really important, especially with Nook. We are the first and online, as you have said earlier, Michelle, we're the first and only actually mortgage brokering firm here in the Philippines. So there's a lot of education that needs to work on. Mortgage brokering is very much common in other parts of the world, in the
Mm-hmm.
US, Australia,
Yeah.
even Europe. But here in the Philippines, this concept is totally new. So we need to work on educating the market and making sure that they understand how the mortgage brokering, using aided by technology, of course, in to ease their lives in getting financial products, specifically home loans. No? Nook saw an opportunity in the market because I'm sure you have experienced or you have friends who have experienced how difficult it is to get financing here in the country, here in the Philippines, and so we are solving that problem. We want the Filipino people to experience to have a good experience in terms of accessing home loan products from different financial institutions in a fast, efficient, and simple way.
Awesome.
I,
And I want to dive yes, Pam, go ahead.
just want to add on what hinders the Philippine sector, and just
Yeah.
to follow through on what Arvin also mentioned. So aside from the education and awareness, I think maybe the real estate players are also concerned of the cost, because of course
Mm-hmm.
locally there's still that budgetary concern that everybody thinks of. But then that's the beauty of technology. So there's cost efficiency that will be involved, and there are different pricing models that companies and customers should take advantage of.
Right, that's a very good point. Now, I want to dive a little bit deeper also to what Arvin mentioned in terms of addressing needs. So, what are your thoughts, Arvin, in terms of how prop tech allows the real estate sector to be more responsive to people's needs and aspirations? Can you talk to us a little bit more about that?
Okay, so definitely prop tech will really help, the Filipino market, a real estate market in general, no, in us achieving their dreams of owning their own homes, from the time that they are looking for a home, a house, um, the time that they are going to purchase a house, transacting documents. PropTech is really doing a great deal in advancing the technology so that everything will be done online. As what Pamela has mentioned earlier, the pandemic, pushed the industry, not just real estate, but all industry in doing digital, doing online transactions heavily. A lot of companies are moving into digital, doing away with brick and mortar business model, so that it will be easily accessible for consumers, for real estate buyers, and it will be a lot easier for them to do real estate transactions.
Great. And Pam, with our conversation, we've been exchanging thoughts for the past couple of minutes now. I want to get your thoughts more now on the end user benefits that real estate players should be prioritizing on fulfilling. So, what do you think those should be?
I would say it's improvement in customer experience after sales and property management. So real estate companies have always delivered with their, of course, properties and also been great, I would say, in marketing and selling and utilizing technologies for it. I mean, like Lamudi is one of one of those tech platforms that they use. So we want to be the partner for the next phase, which is the after sales and the property management. I mean, like one third of the remittances that go to the country, that's around $11 billion, go into real estate purchases, and the the foreign and local buyers and investors work so hard to buy these properties for their homes or for this investment. So I just think that that they want to get their money's worth, and
Yeah.
we want to improve their customer experience after paying for it and then enjoying their property and maintaining and keeping their property.
That's true. That's true. It's
Yep.
it's really all about that experience. And I have one last question for both of you. And this is around we've been mentioning the international landscape as well in the scene. So I'd like to get your thoughts on which neighboring countries rather have been most successful in supporting and diving into prop tech, and what can the Philippine market learn from them? And let's start with Arvin this time. So who do you think those are and what we can learn?
I think number one on the list, and I think everybody will agree that it's Singapore, in terms of adoption of technology, usage of technology in real estate. I believe not just real estate, but all other industries. They are very much advanced. So I guess they are very successful because private and public sector or government sector are really working hand in hand to improving that. So I guess the Philippines should follow, and like I mentioned earlier, yeah, there should be more internet connection. Good thing that there's a third player coming in the telco industry. So this will give more access to Filipinos who still don't have digital access or access to the internet. Hopefully, in the next few years, we'll see an improvement in those numbers.
Great. So Singapore. Pam, what are your thoughts?
Definitely agree with Arvin on that. I was also gonna say Singapore. so so just to add to what he said, it's also, I guess, the use of uh, I would always emphasize on the customer experience. So the platforms that they have are very user friendly, and they're also using I would say data and improving their services. So that's something that I hope that we hope that we will also have here in the Philippines. But I just want to emphasize again that the real estate industry in the Philippines and in Southeast Asia, it's still in its very early stages for digital
Right.
transformation. So we are just starting out. So I just want to say that we want to be that country that they're going to be looking up or like recommending. So that's the hope.
Awesome. And for sure with partners such as Nook and Kamada, it would definitely lead the way to get the Philippines there. So really good conversation with our
Yep.
panelists here. Such good
Yes.
insights. And actually that concludes our panel discussion for today, Real Estate Simplified, Solving Buyer Pain Points with Technology. Now, before we say goodbye to our panelists, Nook and Kamada have prepared special presentations to get us to know more about their companies and the solutions that they offer. Let's have a look.
This is Carla. She wants to transition to contactless interactions with her residents and tenants. Don't worry, Carla. We have just the thing for you. Introducing Kamada by Umpisa. Residents and tenants can access via their mobile phones and perform all sorts of transactions anytime, anywhere. Property managers can view and approve pending transactions in just a few clicks. Kamada makes it easier for people like Carla to do their jobs today. Oh, and did we mention her security team gets their own account too? How does that sound? Kamada by Umpisa. All these features and more for your property managers, residents, and tenants. Contact us today. Seawind Residences by the Mosaland brings you Kamada, an online property management portal. Your Seawind the Mosaland unit comes with an access to Kamada, an online property management portal. Let me show you how it works. You will receive an email with your credentials. On your first login, you'll be prompted to change your password. You'll also see the privacy policy statement when you log in for the first time. This is your dashboard. If you have multiple units, they will all be shown here. Any notifications from your property manager can be viewed by clicking on the bell icon. There are also multiple quick links on this page, enabling you to do the most important actions right away. You can pay your dues, send a message to your property manager, create a maintenance request, and schedule any visits or delivery. You will receive real-time notifications once your property manager sends you a message or updates the statuses of your transaction. Clicking on the notification will take you to the messages page or any of the transaction pages. On the left is the sidebar, which will let you go to the different pages in Kamada. Use this to explore the platform. Clicking on File Management will enable you to view and download unit-specific files or public files uploaded by your property manager. Kamada also comes with an activity log where you can see any movement pertaining to your unit. Managing your property has never been easier. Even when you're on the go, you can access the portal by using your mobile phone's browser. Seawind Residences by the Mosaland. Welcome to your new home.
Hey, I'm Cyrus from Nook, and we help people every day secure a housing loan to buy their dream home. In this video, we will explain how using a mortgage broker like Nook will save you the hassle of getting a home loan yourself, and it won't cost you a single peso extra. So what is a mortgage broker exactly? A mortgage broker is a company like Nook that has partnered with major banks, and we act as an intermediary between home loan borrowers and those banks.
We help you find the right home loan for you, and then we work with the bank to get your loan approved. We basically take the hard work out of the whole loan process.
And we do this for free because the bank will pay Nook a commission for finding them new qualified borrowers. It's just the same as when you buy a property. A real estate salesperson helps you and the seller with the transaction, and they get paid a commission by the seller. Mortgage brokering operates similarly. We help to get your home loan approved, and we get paid by the bank. In Western countries, mortgage brokering is a multi-billion-dollar industry that has been around for decades. Mortgage brokers are the largest sellers of home loan products for banks in countries such as the US, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, and the UK. For example, in Australia, 60% of all housing loans originate from the mortgage brokering industry. This means that almost 2 out of every 3 borrowers go to a mortgage broker to help them get a loan, rather than going directly to a bank and trying to do the process themselves. So why would you use a mortgage broker? Well, it's pretty simple. Nook will help you find the right home loan and potentially save you thousands in repayments and years off the life of the loan. It won't cost you anything and you don't need to travel to bank branches. In fact, there's no need to even visit a bank branch until your loan is approved. Also, when you apply directly to a bank, you are only choosing one home loan product, so there's no choice. But with Nook, it's like visiting multiple banks at once. There's also no need to fill out lots of loan application forms or wait to find out if you're qualified to lend. So the decision to use Nook is quite obvious. It's the modern and convenient way to get a home loan. So if you are looking to get your home loan application started, reach out to Nook today. Are you looking to get a housing loan or refinance an existing loan? In this video, we will explain the main differences between using a mortgage broker like Nook to help you get your loan versus doing it yourself and applying directly with a bank. We'll show you how Nook can save you time, money, and a lot of stress by giving you more choice and convenience when it comes to securing a home loan. Hey, I'm Cyrus from Nook, and we help people every day secure a housing loan to buy their dream home. So what are the differences between using a mortgage broker like Nook and going directly to a bank to get your home loan? The first is more choice. When you use Nook, you have a much wider selection of home loan products. We have partnered with the biggest banks in the country and can offer each of their home loan products. But if you go direct to a bank, you will only see the home loan product that is offered by that bank. There is no choice. Nook is not tied to any particular lender. We must offer the loan product that best suits the customer's needs. Our role is to help you compare and assess all products available. More choices equals more savings, which is the second reason. Having more choice and a transparent view of loan products allows you to make an educated decision about which home loan product is right for you. The more loans you can compare, the more chance you have of making savings and finding a better fit for your circumstances. Not only will you save money with the right loan, but with Nook, there is no loan application fee. If you apply directly with a bank, there will be some form of filing, processing, or application fee. But with Nook, there's none. The third difference is qualification. Without the help of a mortgage broker like Nook, borrowers are not certain if they are truly qualified to lend from a bank. Without Nook, the only way to know if you are able to get a housing loan for your chosen property is to complete the entire loan application process and wait for the bank's approval or disapproval. But with Nook, you can find out which banks you are qualified to lend from in about 3 minutes. There's no need to submit any documentation or travel to any bank branch to find this out. Which leads us to difference number 4. And that is convenience. Home loan application requires a lot of information and paperwork, and a direct-to-bank application typically requires many trips to a bank branch to complete the process. But with Nook, there's no need to visit a bank branch until the loan is approved and you're ready to sign the final loan documentation to buy your new property. This saves you hours in traffic and bank queues waiting to process your requirements. You won't need to take time out of your day to complete these tasks. Nook will take the hard work out of this process for you. A common question we get is, do you have to pay for the services of Nook? The simple answer is no. Our service is completely free to borrowers and there are no hidden costs. It is the bank that will pay Nook a commission for finding them a new qualified borrower like you. But we don't get paid unless we get your loan approved. That's it. There's the most obvious ways that Nook help borrowers get a home loan much easier rather than direct to a bank application. If you are looking to get your home loan application started, reach out to Nook today.
And that ends our webinar for today. On behalf of Lamudi, again, thank you, Arvin and Pam, for taking the time to sit down for this discussion to inform the real estate players about the role of PropTech in the future of real estate. Follow Lamudi on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and LinkedIn to stay tuned for more in-depth discussions of the most pressing industry topics featuring real estate thought leaders and professionals. This has been Michelle from Lamudi Academy. See you again on the next one. Goodbye, Pam. Goodbye, Arvin. Thank you.
Bye, Michelle. Thank you. Bye, Pam.
Thank you, Michelle. Nice meeting you, Arvin, and thank you, Lamudi.
Thank you.